bulan sehingga ke hari ini. Setakat ini kita dah lebih memvaksin remaja 8,000 lebih. Sasaran kita untuk umur yang 16 ke 17 memang sudah tercapai. Cuma ada yang masih yang tercicir, tapi kita masih ongoing lah. And then untuk yang comorbid pun kita buat daripada umur 12 ke 15 tahun untuk yang ada berpenyakit lah, hanya untuk comorbid saja. Secara rasanya kita sudah mencapai lah jumlah vaksin untuk remaja di bahagian Sibu ni.
Wan Swandi said that today is the last day for walk-ins for those who missed their appointment dates. However, for those who have yet to receive their vaccine, they can go to any nearby PPV or health clinic.
Hari itu kita ada walk-in. Setakat jam tadi kita sudah ada lebih 300 yang kita suntik. Walk-in ni ramai daripada pelajar-pelajar dari sekolah-sekolah lain di luar Sibu seperti di Kuching, di Miri, dan ada juga pelajar-pelajar dalam bahagian Sibu seperti sekolah-sekolah yang terlepas dalam 2-3 hari inilah, diorang boleh datang untuk hari ini. Bagi pelajar-pelajar yang tak sempat, kita boleh sarankan mereka untuk pergi ke PPB awam lain. PPB awam di Sibu ni kita ada 2, iaitu di Klinik Kesihatan Jalan Lanang dan Klinik Kesihatan Sibu Jaya.
As Sarawak marches towards the endemic phase, the advisor for Sarawak Disaster Management Committee (SDMC), that Sri Dr. Sim Kui Hian said it is time to revert to the pre-pandemic lifestyle, meaning economic activities, sports, schools and others will be reactivated. However, the public should note that there would be a lot of precautions implemented at the same time.
In a statement posted on his Facebook page, Sim said precautionary measures would mainly concern those who are yet to be vaccinated. It has been more than a year since the pandemic hit, putting a halt in social, cultural, religious and sports activities that are highly attributed to the mental and spiritual well-being of the people. Sim, who is also the Minister for Local Government and Housing, stated that family and social clusters were 2 major contributors for the rising number of COVID-19 infections. Despite so, the COVID-19 vaccine will help prevent severe symptoms that could lead to fatality. Sarawak is now at a post-vaccination era, coexisting with a stronger strain of the virus known as the Delta variant.
Soon, Samarahan is set to be crocodile-free zone to ensure the safety and livelihood of the local fishermen in the area. According to Muara Tuang Assemblyman Datuk Haji Idris Buang, this measure would reduce the human-wildlife conflict.
We are doing our job. So banyak ada tempat kita dah tangkap boyak. Jadi orang dapat jual cari makan lah. Tapi masih juga orang kena attack. Lately last month kan. Just a few days ago ada kena attack lagi. And then a few weeks ago ada kena attack. And then last month ada yang meninggal kan. So since February there's already 3 deaths. Tonight, 3 deaths, and I think not less than 7 or 8 attacks.
He added the task to capture and relocate the crocodiles falls under the Samarahan Crocodile Hunter (SCH) together with the local authorities. Idris, who himself is the patron of SCH, has even proposed several measures on crocodile population management to the Sarawak state government.
SFG has a lot of plan actually for the state lah. I think we have to respect that plan. The buaya is actually protected under the law, and the wildlife ordinance, as well as there are restrictions imposed by United Nations actually. So we have to follow some guidelines. SFG is following that guideline, and we have to follow the guideline. But there are some crocodiles, they don't follow the guideline.
Furthermore, an operations center was set up in Kota Samarahan where the public can report the sighting of crocodiles in the area.
Ini Bob. Bob adalah seorang penyelam marin. Setiap hari, Bob mendapati semakin banyak plastik dihanyutkan ke dalam laut. Kesannya boleh mengakibatkan jumlah plastik melebihi daripada hidupan laut menjelang 2050. jika tindakan tidak diambil. Dianggarkan 50% plastik yang dihasilkan adalah plastik sekali guna dan 13 juta tan plastik dihanyutkan ke laut. Kerana sayangkan alam sekitar, Bob mengambil inisiatif membersihkan sisa plastik. Kita semua boleh memainkan peranan dalam menjaga alam sekitar. Hindari plastik sekali guna. Untuk maklumat lanjut, sila layari laman sesawang berikut.
Welcome to Take Me to Sarawak, the travel show that takes you on a journey for great food, culture, and meeting interesting people in little-known places. Follow me as I rediscover my homeland. Every Sunday, 9:30 p.m. only on TVS Channel 122 Astro and MyTV. Arang kita rawan.
Since the chicken rice, the recipe and so on, even the chef is from Singapore, why not we just make it simple and call the name Singapore Chicken Rice? And that's how the name came in. In 1987, we started our first outlet that is in Song Tian Chok Road.
Dulu kita hanya lihat SDN ini kecil saja. Satu outlet, dua outlet cabang saja. Tapi sekarang kita dah melebihi 30, 50 buah cabangan sudah.
Thank you for staying with me. A 24-year-old man was caught for stealing 3 cans of infant formulas worth 294 ringgit. The 2 p.m. act on Saturday was caught on closed-circuit television cameras or CCTV. According to Miri District Police Chief ACP Hakamal Hawari, the suspect tried to escape by running towards a parked car at Miri Times Square, Park City. However, the suspect was apprehended by Miri Criminal Investigation Department at a house in Jalan Marigold, Taman Desa, Senadin around 8 p.m. on Saturday. The case is being investigated under Section 380 of the Penal Code for theft, which carries up to 10 years imprisonment and a fine upon conviction. A special education teacher in Klang Valley is attracting massive attention online after he invented a device that could potentially help those with visual impairment in the long run. Wan Muazzam Wan Abidin named his invention Calibus Ravi, which serves as support equipment to help visually impaired persons with navigation, mobility, and stability while running. Muazzam invented the device to encourage his visually impaired students to be independent in athletics. The 40-year-old teacher said the idea came to him during training sessions with the students. Due to his age, it is hard for him to keep up with the students, where if 3 students are running, he would have to do 3 rounds altogether. Usually, Muazzam would guide his students by holding on to their shoulder or with a rope. The Miri-born special education teacher is now teaching at Sekolah Kebangsaan Klang. He also showed off an earlier version of the device mimicking trolleys commonly seen at supermarket. It was made using recycled plastic PVC pipes with a cost of 300 ringgit. The current version of Calibus Ravi costs 700 ringgit and was made with a mixture of PVC and iron pipes equipped with air tires that are more stable. He's currently developing a third version of the device, with portability being the central focus of improvement. Now, the Antisexual Harassment Bill is being drafted and is expected to be tabled in Parliament this year. Women, Family and Community Development Minister Datuk Sri Rina Muhammad Harun said the bill serves to address the existing legal gaps in the country.
The bill is drafted by a special team comprising representatives from the related ministries and agencies, non-governmental organizations, as well as academicians. Currently, the ministry is waiting for the approval from the Attorney General's Chambers or AGC before the bill is submitted for cabinet approval and then tabled for the first reading in Parliament, which is expected to be done this year. She said KPWKM was aware of the constraints in terms of existing laws and policies such as the high burden of proof, the lack of provision of remedies to victims, as well as issues of underreporting which have shunned victims from reporting to the authorities. Rina said although the bill was still at the review stage, sexual harassment cases were being dealt with through various other acts and regulations such as the Penal Code Act 574, Employment Act 1995, Act 265, and Service Circular No. 5, year 2018, that should be referred to in dealing with sexual harassment in the public service workplace. As such, KPWKM urges victims to continue to come forward to make an immediate report because the existing acts and regulations are being enforced to protect their interests and safety.
The implementation of Undi 18 must be in line with education on the political system and democratic practice in the country, especially to the younger generation. Malaysian Youth Council MBM President Jufitri Johar said, although the council is happy with the government's commitment to implement Undi 18, the younger generation must be educated on how to exercise their rights to vote the best that they can.
For its part, the MBM had taken the initiative to implement Sekolah Politik 2.0, which is being done virtually to assist by giving exposure to youths on the country's political system and efforts to rally support from youths of various races. Hence, Jufitri said he is confident Undi 18 can be implemented in the 15th General Elections or GE15 based on the passion displayed to transform the parliament as mentioned by Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar.
Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin announced today that tourists travelling to Langkawi by flight do not need a permission letter from the police. The announcement was made as Langkawi prepares to commence their tourism sector through the travel bubble program beginning September 16 next week.
However, Khairi in a tweet reiterated that those travelling by land from other states still require a police permission letter. On September 9th, Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri announced that domestic tourists from all over the nation will be allowed to visit Langkawi, excluding individuals who live in regions subject to the Enhanced Movement Control Order or EMCO. The island resort was chosen as the first destination for the Tourism Bubble Program pilot project, which is open to those who have completed 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Meanwhile, in the same development, Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah reminded those intending to visit Langkawi under the Tourism Bubble Pilot Project to always practice the new normal and continue to adhere with the standard operating procedures.
In an effort to find a balance between public health safety and economic survival that has been a challenge for the government recently, the Health Ministry urged everyone to do their part to ensure no COVID-19 outbreak will occur at the island resort. In a Facebook post, Dr. Noor Hisham expressed that every party's cooperation is very much needed in an effort to curb the spread of COVID-19. Upon the announcement of the Tourism Bubble Program, Dr. Noor Hisham said the MOH through Kedah State Health Department had increased the capacity and preparedness of the Sultanah Maliha Hospital. This is to prepare for a possibility in facing a spike in COVID-19 cases on the island, which may require hospital and intensive care unit admissions. Sultanah Maliha Hospital is a hybrid hospital providing treatment for COVID-19 patients with 79 beds and another 142 beds for non-COVID-19 cases.
Merdeka, Tanah semenanjung, tanah semenanjung, permata nila.
Secara peribadi memang saya minat bahasa sastra ni kan. Ribu-ribu biji nangkaku, cincin permata jatuh ke ruang. Kalau rindu sebut namaku, air mata jangan dibuang. Terima kasih.
From Sarawak with love.
Kami Brian Lomas. Sepanjang 15 tahun kami dalam sukan terjun, banyak pengalaman pahit dan manis serta pengorbanan yang dah pun dilakukan. Tommy Mawat Anak Bada, seorang pemain bol dari Sarawak United FC.
Kami ikut national team ke Piala AFC di Indonesia dengan Piala AFC di China.
Jom terbang kedak penyalang.
Hello there and welcome back. Now on to some global updates. The Kabul International Airport in Afghanistan has resumed normal operations for domestic flights since the beginning of early September with the support of technical teams from Qatar and Turkey.
The airport was rendered dysfunctional when the United States and allied forces left Afghanistan last month, but were able to resume domestic flights within 5 days after the final evacuation, while the state-owned Ariana Afghan Airlines was the first to restart operations since the U.S. withdrawal.
The number of flights is increasing day by day. I can say that we had some international flights as well. There were flights of humanitarian aid by friendly countries to the people of Afghanistan.
The Taliban did not reportedly have the technical expertise to run the airport, so Afghan technicians and staff, alongside experts from Qatar and Turkey, are currently operating the facility.
All the Civil Aviation Authority plus local specialist worker, they have start working day and night and very hard work. For technical issue, you know, you're in the picture that the Qataris team came from Qatar in order to assist us. And they started from the communication system to recover Kabul tower communication or tower control communication with the aircraft.
A large number of Afghans are stuck in India, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates, who are said to be eagerly waiting to return to their homeland. There are 2 domestic and 8 international airlines that have flight contracts with the Kabul International Airport. The airport is fully prepared for the flights, but the operations are tied to international aviation conventions.
Some technical issues still exist for operating international civil flights carrying travelers. The percentage of work done is 85 to 90%, and the rest will be done soon.
Now wrapping up the Nightline. It's been 2 days since Lisa Manoban from Blackpink released her first solo single titled La Lisa. As expected, it gained massive attention with over 100 million views. So massive that it is driving the sales of glittery traditional Thai costumes in Bangkok.
For context, Lisa is seen donning a Thai-inspired costume in the music video, which prompted her massive fan base to purchase similar costume. According to Samorn Sutiwong, a staff for a traditional costume accessory shop called Fashion Point in Bangkok, Lisa have directly promoted the Thai culture to the world.
ช่วยได้มากเลยค่ะคือว่ากระแสของเขาเนี่ยแค่วัน2วันนี้ก็คือว่าทำให้ยอดขายของที่ร้านเราพุ่งขึ้นมานะคะจากเดิมที่ว่าคือว่างานตัวนี้มันจะเงียบไปหลายเดือนแล้วค่ะมีคนสั่งทางออนไลน์เยอะขึ้นค่ะทางหน้าร้านก็เพราะว่าอันนี้กระแสเขาเพิ่งมาวัน2วันแต่ว่าลูกค้าที่มาสอบถามหรืออะไรอย่างนี้จะมากขึ้นเยอะคือทุกวันเลยทั้งวันเลยจะมีเกี่ยวกับกระแสแบบของน้องเขานี่ทั้งวันเลยลูกค้าก็จะมาถามทั้งวันเลยว่ามีแบบไหนสไตล์ไหนสีอะไร
The headgear in particular have seen a high volume of orders. It would cost between 30 to 120 ringgit per headgear and is mainly used in ceremonies or for traditional dance and other traditional settings. For customer Mu Lalita, Lisa is a significant figure and is a pride to Thailand.
เรารู้สึกว่ามันคือความผสมผสานที่ลงตัวแล้วก็ทำให้เรียกว่าวัฒนธรรมไทยแบบนี้ค่ะมาใช้ในกับชีวิตประจำวันได้ดูเป็นแฟชั่นล้ำสมัยสร้างสรรค์แล้วก็เขาเรียกอะไรอ่ะทำให้เราได้เห็นจับต้องได้ทำให้เราจับต้องได้ในความเป็นไทยค่ะ
And that's all the time we have for Nightline. For the latest update, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and even TikTok. I'm Hendy Gui. Thank you, stay safe, Malaysia.